Bridge to Success, Grade 8, Unit 7, Part 2. Aladdin's mother told him that she had no money to buy food. "I will take this old lamp to the market to sell it," said Aladdin. "But first we must polish it." نلمعه. His mother began to rub the lamp to clean it when suddenly a genie appeared. "Your wish is my command." "تحت أمرك يا سيدي، أنا في خدمتك," said the genie. Aladdin's mother was so afraid that she fainted. Aladdin quickly took the lamp. "Genie of the lamp," he said, "we are hungry. Bring us some good things to eat." The next thing he knew, the genie produced a table of the most wonderful food. Aladdin helped his mother to her feet. "Look, mother," he said.
What did Aladdin's mother plan to do with the old lamp? A. She wanted to keep it as a family heirloom. B. She intended to sell it at the market. C. She thought of using it as a decoration in their home. D. She wanted to give it away as a gift.
She intended to sell it.
Aladdin, his mother couldn't believe her eyes, but she was afraid when Aladdin told her about the genie of the lamp, and even more afraid when he told her about the genie of the ring, who had helped him get out of the cave. For some time, Aladdin and his mother lived by asking the genie of the lamp to bring them food and selling the beautiful plates and dishes that the food came on. Then one day, when Aladdin was in the marketplace, he heard that the Sultan's beautiful daughter Badr al-Budur was visiting the city. Aladdin managed to hide behind the door so he could see her face. At once, he liked her and he decided he wanted to marry her.
True or false? 1. Aladdin's mother was the one who initially found the lamp in the story.
False. True or false 2. Aladdin used the genie of the ring to bring them food and help them get out of the cave.
True.
When he told his mother of his plan to marry the princess, she thought he was mad. "This can't happen," she said. "You are a poor boy. You can't marry a princess." But Aladdin was very determined. He persuaded his mother to take some of the treasures and to ask the Sultan if he could marry his daughter. When the Sultan heard why Aladdin's mother had come to see him, he laughed. But then he saw the treasures she had bought, and he was amazed. Aladdin sent more and more treasure to the Sultan, until at last the Sultan agreed that Aladdin could marry his daughter.
What was the initial reaction of Aladdin's mother when he told her about his plan to marry the princess? A. She was excited and supportive. B. She thought he was mad and said it could not happen. C. She immediately went to the Sultan to propose the marriage. D. She encouraged him to find more treasures.
B. She thought he was mad and said it
So
could not
Aladdin
happen.
and the princess were married and lived very happily in a palace that Aladdin had asked the genie of the lamp to provide. But back in Morocco, the impostor couldn't stop thinking about the lamp and the treasure. "I am very glad that Aladdin is under the ground, but I still want the lamp," he said to himself. The impostor made secret inquiries. بحث الأمر سرا to find out what happened to the lamp. When he learned what had happened, he became very angry. Aladdin was alive and was married to the Sultan's daughter. I must find the lamp and destroy Aladdin, he thought. So he set out on his long journey back to China. قرر العودة سريعا إلى الصين.
6. Why did the impostor want to find the lamp and destroy Aladdin? A. He was envious of Aladdin's happiness. B. He owed Aladdin a debt. C. He wanted to marry the princess. D. He wanted to repay Aladdin for a past kindness.
Of course, he was envious of Aladdin's happiness.
After several weeks he reached his destination. وصل إلى وجهته and asked the way to the palace where Aladdin lived. Ha ha, he said as he finally stood outside the palace. Now I know how to get the lamp. The impostor knew that Aladdin would have the lamp somewhere in the palace. He went to the marketplace and had some copper lamps. اشترى بعض المصابيح النحاسية. When they were ready, he put them in a basket and walked around the street near the palace shouting, New lamps for old! New lamps for old! مصابيح جديدة مقابل القديمة. He must be mad, people said. Who goes around offering to give you a new lamp in exchange for an old one? من الذي يبيع جديد مقابل القديم؟ But a servant girl inside the palace heard the man, thought, why not try? There is an old lamp in my master's room. Perhaps we can get a new one in exchange. She asked the princess, who thought it was a good idea, and they went to fetch the lamp. The impostor exchanged the lamp for a new one and went away to a place outside the city. When it was dark, he rubbed the lamp. The genie of the lamp appeared. Master, your wish is my command, said the genie. I want you to lift Aladdin's palace and take it, the princess and me, to my own country, Morocco. As quick as a flash, it was done. نفذ ذلك بسرعة البرق. The next morning the Sultan woke and looked towards the palace where his daughter and Aladdin lived, but it had disappeared, and so had his daughter. The Sultan immediately arrested Aladdin. أمر بالقبض عليه, thinking that he had tricked him. ظنا منه أنه خدعه. Where is my daughter? Bring her back to me. I shall cut off your head. قم بإرجاع ابنتي وإلا سأقوم بقطع رأسك. Your Majesty, I am as amazed as you, but give me 40 days and you will have your daughter back. The Sultan agreed. Don't come back without her. Aladdin didn't know what to do. For 2 days he wandered around the city, lost in thoughts. Then, as he was washing his hands, he accidentally rubbed the ring which the impostor had given him. قام بتدليك الخاتم الذي أعطاه الساحر من قبل. The genie of the ring appeared. Master, your wish is my command, said the genie. Bring me back my palace and my wife, said Aladdin. Master, I am sorry, but that is not in my power. Only the genie of the lamp can do that. هذا خارج سلطتي, لا أستطيعه. In that case, said Aladdin, take me to where my palace is. I will, master, replied the genie.
When Aladdin arrived at the palace in Morocco, he waited until the impostor had gone out, and then went inside quietly and carefully. He went to the room of the princess. He found her sad and lonely, but as soon as she saw him, she jumped for joy and ran to him. She told him what had happened. Aladdin thought for a moment. I have a plan, he said, and told her what she must do.
The next evening, the princess welcomed the impostor home. I am sorry, I have been so sad. I want us to be happy together, she said. Come, let us have dinner. Now Aladdin had given the princess some poison to put in the impostor's glass. When he drank, the poison acted quickly, and soon he was dead on the floor. Aladdin, who was hiding in the palace, ran to the impostor's room, found the lamp, and rubbed it. Take us all back to China, he said. Your wish is my command, said the genie of the lamp. The next morning, the Sultan looked out of his window. There was Aladdin's palace. He couldn't believe his eyes. He quickly went over to see if it was true, and there was his daughter with Aladdin. The Sultan ordered a month of celebration to welcome home the princess and her husband, and they all lived happily ever after.